Well, after the disaster in Japan, Italy put a one-year moratorium on building nuclear power plants. The country recently lifted a ban on nuclear power that had been in place since 1990. Our next guest says nuclear power has to be part of that country's future. For more on Italy, investment opportunities in that country as well, we're joined by Fulvio Conti, CEO of Enel, the nation's biggest power company. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning to you. You have this contract with a French energy company as well to build 4 reactors in Italy by 2013. Are they going to happen?
Not for the moment. Unfortunately, the accident in Japan is causing the government to think about this strategy. For the time being, there has been a moratorium of 1 year, and now they are discussing about banning again nuclear in the expectation for new safety systems to be available and to be actually implemented in the project. So for the time being, Italy is still without nuclear. However, Europeans will continue to invest, and we as a company, Enel, we are investing in Slovak Republic, we continue to invest in France, and we continue to carry on our nuclear capacity in Spain. So we still remain very much into the technology, and we need that technology with all the improvement in safety to accomplish with our need to have enough energy, cheaper and environmental friendly. And nuclear, together with renewables, together with efficiency, can cope with that mission.
Well, Italy, if you look at energy prices throughout the continent, Italy has the highest energy prices in Europe right now, double those in France, 40% higher than those are in Germany. If these plants do come online, what would that do to prices for those consumers?
The experience on nuclear is that, on the long run, the extra cost for the investments, initial investments, are more than offset by the lower variable cost of the fuels. Mm-hmm. The net fact is that you have cheaper electricity combined with clean coal, new technologies like other countries in Europe are doing. We should be able to offer our citizens in Italy a lower tariffs for their electricity consumption.
But not by 2013. This would be years out.
But not for a long period of time, because nuclear will be missing for some time.
So beyond Italy, as you mentioned, you have a footprint in many other countries around the world, but particularly in Europe. We talk so often about the sovereign debt issues that Europe's struggling with. That's going to hurt the consumers in Spain. We have a significant presence in the rest of the continent as well. How are consumers dealing with this? Are you seeing a cutback in demand?
Not quite. I mean, we haven't seen that much demand growth over the last couple of years, but definitely we are up in consumption in as much as the citizens are continuing to use electricity as a primary need for them to develop, and actually they're consuming even more. And industry is picking up again. The growth in Europe is 1.5%, 2%, depending on each country. Mm-hmm. And even Spain and Russia are growing at reasonable pace in these days. So consumption is up. I guess that we'll be recovering the level of consumption of 2008 by 2015. But definitely we are in a ramping up mood at the moment.
You know, in talking about those issues with debt, there are investors here who say maybe Italy should be in those crosshairs as well of the marketplace, in addition to Portugal, Ireland, Greece, Spain. With that in mind, how do you sell that idea right now, as you're trying to do, that Italy is a good place for investors to put their money, a safe place?
Well, I think Italy is a safe place, like Spain is. Spain is not in that frying pan. I mean, Portugal and Ireland and Greece are different. Italy is quite good in maintaining a solid grip on the deficit expansion, reducing it. The level of indebtedness is high in relation to the GDP, but it is in good proportion in the hands of Italians. So there is less of a pressure into the system to repay. And there is enough of confidence in the country's ability to continue to grow. And the reason why I'm here today is because we believe Italy has a wealth of new initiatives and innovation to offer.
And how are you measuring that confidence? Are you looking at the credit markets? Or when you say there's enough confidence right now, how do you gauge that?
Looking at a spread. CDS spread are telling me that with the confidence on the ability of Italy to continue to develop its own deficit containment and repayment of the debt is quite accepted by the market.
All All right. Well, it is Italy Innovation Day. I know you're going to be having a lot of these conversations with investors. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
Fulvio Conti, CEO of Enel, joining us on InBusiness.